So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 9 of the Sunderland career mode, and this is the second episode of the day. So thank you guys for leaving likes and everything on the videos, as I really appreciate it. And we're kicking off this episode with an away game up against Everton here, and Everton have got a pretty strong squad. I like the likes of some of the players that they've got. Everton, Ross Barkley is one of my particular ones. Then they got Delafou, who's very good. Lukaku, so they've got a pretty strong squad as well. Not just the strong first 11, they've got a pretty good sub bench as well. But they do get off to a very good start here. The ball comes to Canio. Canio does very well, plays the ball to Gibson, and Gibson finds the back of the net there in the 31st minute to put them 1-0 up. So that was not the start we wanted. 31 minutes had gone, and Everton were now 1-0 up. So as you know, in the first episode today, we only had one game, which was a very short episode, so I decided to try and fit 4 games into this episode, which I did manage to do. So we've now got 4 games in this episode, so hopefully that will make up for the only one game that I had in the last episode, which hopefully you guys will appreciate. But here, very sloppy from Kieran Westwood here, plays the ball to Barry to Barkley, and Barkley, fortunately for me, scuffs his shot with his left foot, and thankfully that didn't end up in the back of the net, just to make things even worse. But in the last minutes, Bakali does do very well, puts a very good ball in the box. Altidore tries to get up, but wonderful save there from Tim Howard, or I don't know if it actually is Tim Howard in goal. No, it's not. Joel probably, but a very good save there, denying me from getting the draw that pretty much I wanted and I needed. But we had to continue our fighting spirit up against Cardiff at Cardiff Stadium, and this was not going to be an easy game because Cardiff have got a pretty good striking force as well, through the likes of Odom Wingy, Fraser Campbell, Craig Bellamy. So they're not bad up front, but as they show their quality there, they do come very close, hitting the outside of the post. But here, I did pause the game, I don't know why, and when I resumed it, I wasn't paying attention, and they nearly scored here. Bellamy plays the ball over the top to Cowie, and Cowie hits the post, so thankfully we do manage to get the ball cleared. But that's, I was pretty thankful that that didn't end up in the back of the net, because it looked like it was going to. But here, Connor Wickham does very well here. I couldn't believe that he managed to get away from Brayford, and he plays a lovely ball through to Larsson, and Larsson fires that there into the top corner, and I was very impressed with Larsson there, and I believe that is probably his first goal of his Sunderland career with me as manager. So I'm very pleased there for Seb Larsson picking up a goal, and he's been impressing me recently with the games he's been playing. He has been very, very good. So he has been earning a first team spot, but here Key gets the ball. He does very well, plays the ball across to Seb Larsson. Seb Larsson finds Connor Wickham with a poor shot, but it was like a P-roller, but it ended up in the back of the net, so I wasn't complaining. But I would have been furious if that was Kieran Westwood to let in a goal like that, because obviously that there would have really disappointed me, and me being a goalkeeper as well, that he should have easily been able to save that. But there you go, I wasn't complaining at all. If that was how we score, I was not bothered at all. But here Marshall comes up with a very good save there, pushing it onto the inside of the post. But thankfully, thankfully for them I should say, it did not end up in the back of the net. But I was very pleased with that result there, 2-0 away from home. And here we have our 2 players that we are very interesting in getting. One future star player, and the other one is one that was scouted, and I was very pleased with his potential, because one was 94 potential and the other one was a 93 potential, so I was very pleased there. But here Kieran Westwood has I got a very bad email that said Kieran Westwood is going to be leaving the club, and the reason that is because a new feature in FIFA 14, which is basically where if a player has got less than 6 months left on their contract, they are free to go and speak to other clubs, and if they then agree with a contract with them, they can leave your club for free. And that was what happened with Kieran Westwood. He had less than 6 months left on his contract, and he ended up going to West Ham. But at least they have to stay until their contract runs up. So then, as you saw a minute ago, I did decide to go into my scouting network and search for players that had less than 1 year on their contract to see if we could lure in anyone for free, and which would be very good. And I can tell you now, we did find 2 players, which I was very pleased about. But Benteke gets the ball, it comes through to Altidore. Altidore has a very good shot, but unfortunately a very, very good save there, and it hits the post, and that was how the game finished. A poor 0-0 draw, pretty boring game there, but I suppose it's not the worst result, but I thought we could have done a little bit better there. We did turn down a Switzerland offer here, and as you see there, Kieran Westwood will be departing the club. Jack Colback wants me to discuss his wages, and we requested 7.5 million from the Sunderland board there, just to see if we could get that, but they did not accept my 7.5, and they said that they were only going to give me, well, you're going to have to wait until we finish this game up against Oldham. And this was in the FA Cup 3rd round, I believe. So we wanted to win this game, whatever. But Oldham put up a very good fight here. But Bakali does very well, unleashes the ball to Altidore. And Altidore fires a shot from like 30 yards out. And I was very pleased there with an app. And that was one heck of a goal. I couldn't believe that he managed to score from there. He must have got a hell of a lot of power to beat the goalkeeper from here. Actually, he was a long way out, but a very good shot, and the keeper got nowhere near that, so I thought he was going to get a little bit closer to that, and I thought he was going to save that, but I wasn't complaining at all. But here in the 25th minute, some sloppy defending from me. Diakate he's in no man's land, and they slot the ball past Kieran Westwood there, which puts him back on level terms in the 25th minute. So now I was getting a little bit disappointed, but Bakali had different ideas, as he does very well here. Has a good shot, a good block, but he does very well to manage to get up and squeeze that underneath the goalkeeper. Thankfully, he had just enough power to get it underneath the goalkeeper's body and into the back of the net without the defender getting to the loose ball before it crossed the line. But thankfully, it crossed the line, and we were now 2-1 up. And we did have a good chance at the end of the game here. Altidore gets the ball, and a very good shot there, but a good save from the goalkeeper there. Deny us from getting our 3rd goal, and another very good goal save there from the goalkeeper. So that was how the game finished. We ended up winning 2-1, and we continued in the cup, which I was very pleased about. And as you see here, we got an offer from Phil Bardsley, 1.4 million we wanted from Fulham, and we are now actually going to be approaching the end of the episode. But as you see there, they were only going to grant me 2.4 million, nothing like here. But here we find a player, Mark Albrighton, got less than 6 months on his contract. Can we lure him into the club? I can tell you now, he does come back and accept it, so he is going to be joining us at the start of next season. And here is another one, Road, who also accepts it. So please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time on whatever episode might be, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.